Hello, 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 everyone. It's Monday and it's one-ish, so you know what time it is. It's Dream Do Done. We're here again the last Monday in the month of September. Shout out to all the Libras. It's Libra season. Oh my gosh. When last we're here for Dream Do Done, it was Virgo season. So Virgos, I hope you enjoyed yourselves because it's time for the Libras. One time. My birthday's coming up. I will be turned up for the whole month. I'm so excited. I know this is our show and I should behave myself, but I can't. It's my birthday month.
Bum, bunk, bum, bunk, bum, bunk.
I am excited. Look, there's so much going on in the world that when you have a moment to celebrate, it's a moment to celebrate. So, hey, Ladrine, thank you for being here, being on the show. We appreciate all of you that tune into Dream Do Done every Monday, one-ish. So it could be 1, 1:15, 1:30, but it will be here every Monday as your accountability podcast. We're so excited that we're on the verge of our second anniversary of doing the show, bringing you content and information to really show you behind the scenes, the process to progress. All of us have dreams, but you have to start doing something in order to get it done. And to be here and a part of your journey is our joy. And we look forward, as we always do, to connecting with you offline for any of our master classes, getting your own Dream Do Done journal, or just being a part of our community. So on behalf of Tamara, Hartley, the how-to coach, both of us are here to fill in the gap because she's taking care of business today. But I do have the beautiful Pulpit chick with me, Serena Brown-Travis.
Hey, thank you so much, Stacie. I appreciate the compliment, of course. Hello, everyone. I hope you've had an amazing weekend. I will say that I traveled this weekend for the first time. Pictures. I look like I robbed the bank, honey. Matter of fact, I had people looking at me in the airport. So I had on goggles. Of course, we know we had on the mask, but I think the goggles, and they were dark goggles, like you could not see my eyes. So I understand why people are looking at me crazy. But I did decide to put on earrings to try to help my case a little bit. But nonetheless, I was with family and we had an amazing time. It was so refreshing. And then on Sunday, I decided we were going to close the restaurant. My husband and I were just going to chill. So yesterday was the first time I have not smelled like chicken and fish in a long time. We just woke up. Matter of fact, I intentionally did not take a watch because I did not want to know what time it was. So we had an amazing weekend, and I hope that you all have had the same.
That is awesome. And family is everything. You know, I'm so excited. I'm a grand aunt.
Congratulations.
Yes, my sister, her only daughter, my beautiful niece, had her first baby boy, and he's a Libra. Because it's her mom, grandma, everybody are Virgos, but I got a Libra.
You got a Libra. He's going to be your favorite.
Oh, I'm already like kissing him up through the phone. I can't wait to meet him in person. I was like, yes. We're outnumbered in the family with some other zodiac signs. But anyway, we have another Libra. So I am on cloud 9 about that. And of course, Ladrine just said I'm in pre-turn up mode. Girl, no, it ain't pre, it's turn up. Even when I was working out this morning with Girl Check, they were like, what's wrong with you? I was like, what? It's Libra season. You ain't
You're hilarious. So much fun. So much fun.
We make the world go round. At the end of the day, if you have a Libra in your life, then you are blessed because we bring the fun, we bring the excitement, and we balance out the miserable people, and we balance out the ones that are too much. We just right. Just like Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. You need to Libra.
You're hilarious. I love it.
I'm going to calm down just a little bit, because we do have stuff that we want to talk about today. And we do also want to recognize the fact that in the midst of everything that's going on, people are still going through a lot. Mm-hmm. And Ladrine, I thank you for being here. You know, she's dealing with a recent loss of close family friend and, you know, some personal things with her family and still pushing through. Like Ladrine is an example of people who watch this show. Life is going to happen. You don't get a pass because you're doing something amazing. You don't get a pass because you have a business. You don't get a pass because it's Libra season, right? You just don't get a pass. Life is going to happen. And when it happens, you still have to find a way to put one foot in front of the other and to still function and do your best to manage your time effectively, because we can't change what's happening, but we manage our response to it so that we can stay in a supportive, loving, and just action-oriented space is really the bottom line. I keep telling people action is the antidote to anxiety. Action is the antidote to fear. Action is the antidote to procrastination. That's the antidote. You have to keep moving. But if you stay still, you know what happens, Serena.
Oh, listen.
Retreating.
Absolutely.
State of depression.
Blanket over the head.
It's
I was there, so I know. Blanket over the head, you get real comfortable. And then when you do get uncomfortable, then you know how to put a pillow in between your legs or your back to get more comfortable. So nonetheless, you can actually try to make yourself comfortable in your misery. So you have literally hit the nail on the head.
Yes. So we're praying for all of you, and just know our prayers can continue to go up as 3 Black women that do this show every week. The trauma that we as Black people, but particularly Black women, continue to experience and what we see happening in the news. We will not stop in our individual ways advocating for justice for Breonna Taylor. She is you, me, our daughters, sisters, cousins. Like, these are things that affect us, but we have to, for me, I always say, in the Pulpit Chick, I'm sure agrees, that we're praying on the appropriate responses to move, change, and reform so that we can get the results that we desire. And we're praying for everyone. COVID-19 is spiking again because people got comfortable. They thought that the Rona left. No, the Rona is still roaming. So you have to be careful as you're moving about, especially school-age children. A lot of them are unknowingly circulating and spreading the virus because they are carriers and they might not have symptoms. So you have to be really cognizant of the fact that this is difficult times. We're not back to business as usual. So we're praying for all those who are still fighting through COVID, who are dealing with family members and friends. So that's always on the top of our heart and our prayer list. So just know that. And of course, the financial situation that everyone's looking at in the country, the financial unrest, jobs, businesses. Just remember, in the midst of everything that they spin on the news, people are making millions of dollars right in the midst of this pandemic. Mm-hmm. And these last 6 months, new millionaires have been birthed, new billionaires have been birthed, because there's still opportunity in the midst of crisis. I believe the Asian language has a symbol for that. So transitioning into our conversation today is about preparing for the fall, right? We're here. We're this close to the fourth quarter. Cut is Libra season. Okay. So as we're preparing for the fourth quarter, we know what everyone is saying about things spiking, shifting with this virus. So here's some information that we're going to share with you today, which I think is just really amazing. And you can reach out to the company. But what we want to share is how to prepare sanitarily in your home or in your business to really offset what we're seeing happening, because we don't know how they're going to try to mitigate this time. We don't know if there's going to be soft shutdowns, hard shutdowns. We don't know if all of this learning that they're doing in these hybrid situations are going to go back to just virtual. There's a lot of unknown. They're rushing a vaccine. The majority of Americans are like, hold on, I'm not taking any vaccine that was made overnight, because they just don't feel comfortable. So there are ways that we can be protective of our environment and what it is that we do, like businesses, integrity, sanitation. Now, I didn't even know something like this existed, right? And it's a process that I'm going to let Serena talk about and explain how you fog the environment so that you can get it sanitary and eliminate some of the toxins and microbes, I believe, that fly through the air in your professional place of business and or your home. So this kind of information is critical in the season that we're living in, because not only of the spike, just like the flu didn't disappear, I don't think COVID-19 is going to disappear, right? We've had pandemics that turn into endemics, right? Remember what happened with AIDS? That's an endemic. It's here. Everybody's learned how to live with it, how to get medication for it. So we have to use wisdom as we're moving forward, what things that we can do and be responsible for in our own homes and in our places of business that keep us safe and well. So, Serena, please explain to us what the world is fogging, and what does integrity sanitation do?
Absolutely. Well, here's what's funny is you said you had never heard of this before, and neither had I. So I happened to go to a lunch with a girlfriend, and she's a high level executive for one of her companies, and she was upset. She was complaining. She said, listen, everyone's getting sick, and I need someone to go in and fix the problem, to fog the area, to sanitize. And so she was just talking. This is not what I'm doing. This is not what I'm good at. I'm barely good at cleaning my room. Okay. So this is not my line of work at all. However, the more she talked, and I was asking her, well, what is the process? What do you have to do? And it's a very simple process. You have a machine that is like a gun, and the machine fogs the area. So I'm like, wait a minute. So all I have to do is stand in with the machine, press the trigger, and move it from left to right and fog an area. And these are an example of your invoices that you're paying. And the invoices were quite handsome. And she said, yes. Mind you, she's stressed out. All of a sudden, a light bulb went off in my head, because I'm thinking, I could do this. Like, I looked up the equipment. I started this new business with less than $3,000. And we know that's a good price for a business. Less than $3,000. And thankfully, I've already done, several jobs. And of course, I don't want to capitalize off of people getting sick. However, Winston Churchill said, never waste a crisis. Never waste a crisis. So it nearly sounds almost selfish to think, well, what does that mean? Never waste a crisis. But let's say there's a burning building. If Stacie and I see a burning building, we're running the opposite way. However, there are a select few of individuals who will be running towards the building. That will be evidence of never wasting a crisis. So we know the firefighters are going there. We know that eventually people going to help the situation. So that's where integrity sanitation team came from. I mean, the moment she said it, the very next day I came home, I said, honey, to my husband, I said, baby, we've got something else we've got to do.
Another vertical.
I told him about it. He will say it again.
I said you added another vertical to the empire.
Listen, I told him about it. He was sold. And I mean, and I don't know if Stacie has any other pictures. I put on a mask, a face shield, a white suit. I completely suit up, and we go in and we fog businesses. Now, of course, I cannot in good professional fashion just sit and wave a gun back and forth. So of course we take it the extra mile, and I have to wipe down that, and it's just me. It's just the way that I've operated. If I see a piece of dirt somewhere or some dust, I'm just going to get it up. And mind you, again, God has a sense of humor. I do good cleaning my car, okay? Like, I'm one of those people like, oh, girl, just stuff that under the seat. That's out the way. But the other thing that I loved about it is that how free I feel afterward. I feel so relieved, so accomplished. I can see how when employees come in and they go, wait a minute, so the air I'm breathing is good. You have fogged it. The fogging mechanism stays in the air for at least 2 weeks. So as long as no one comes in hacking and coughing and, having a virus, it sanitizes the area for at least 2 weeks. It stays live and active on hard surfaces. And so it's definitely an area of business that I would have never imagined that I would be into. But it's so gratifying. And of course, thankfully, my phones are ringing off the hook because people between daycares, sanitizing equipment, sanitizing the mats, we love, in the past we used, just like a Lysol, like all of us have Lysol around. But this is, of course, different. Lysol immediately falls out of the air. Any aerosol, let me just say that. Aerosols immediately fall out of the air. But when you fog, baby, that thing lingers. I had all kind of references and metaphor to how it just lingers in the air. And so we think about blessings just lingering, and but I'll let the pulpit chick digress. But it is a fogging and sanitation service, and I'm so grateful to have been introduced to it. I'm grateful to impact the people that we were able to impact. As you all know, I do still have a small business, which is a restaurant. My husband owns a barbershop, and those were the businesses that were shut down. So, of course, every restaurant, every barbershop, every daycare, they're trying to figure out, how do I get people back in my business and help them feel comfortable. And that's what Integrity Sanitation Team does. If you see me walk out of a building and I'm fully suited with a mask on, then you know, okay, baby, it must be safe to eat, to drink, to send my children to get a haircut. And so we're so grateful for the opportunity to do this. And I will say, even though it looks like it doesn't align with anything that I professionally do, if you have an opportunity, opportunities will arise and you not even know it. Someone may have a conversation and it sparks something in you to immediately go, wait a minute, I didn't think about that, but you can certainly make a parallel. And if there's money to be made, even if it's on a short-term basis, that's what us entrepreneurs do. Sometimes we've got to do other hustles to fund some of our other enterprises. And so thankfully, this thing has worked out. And I could not be more grateful. So as much as I want COVID to go away so that we are all healthy and safe, the reality is it is lasting. It is lingering. I don't think it's a reasonable timeline to think that we'll be, free from this by 2021. So in the meantime, we're all learning to live with it. And if you need some sanitation services, that's what I'm here for.
Absolutely. And Ladrine just said, great solution and answer to a problem that many businesses have.
Absolutely. And the other kicker is a lot of businesses, because we know just how valuable we are at this point, the pricing for other companies has been unbelievable. I mean, it's like highway robbery. And so that's the other component. And I know Stacie's going to probably call me after this show and say, now let's go over your pricing. But I will say, the reason that I love Sam Walton's and the Walmart approach, because he entered a market that, we had, I don't know the other grocery stores in your area, but groceries back in the day used to be astronomical, as well as getting batteries or, light fixtures and so on and so forth. Sam Walton had a fabulous approach. He came in, he was under the market, and now look where Walmart is now. Look where Sam's Club is now. So I also found an opportunity to just slightly come in just below market value. And of course, that's why my phone rings. And I'm not taking a loss. And that's the best thing. I'm not taking a loss. In fact, it's still very profitable. And that's why we're called Integrity Sanitation. It does not cost as much as you think. So in the event you have to call someone to get some services, ask them what their price is per square foot. Because we know we have a hot commodity right now. I'm hot in these streets, baby.
Well, there's a couple of business lessons in that, right? And that's why it's important to understand your model. So what does your model speak to? Because scarcity, if it's a premium because it's limited access. But you can still come in and provide great service with integrity at a price point where you have your margin.
Absolutely.
You're not robbing people, but you're in a sweet spot, like you said, that Sam's Club and Walmart were able to do. I mean, let's look at all the fast food restaurants that are out there. You can go to one with arches, or you can go one with a shack, right? Mm-hmm. So you're going to spend a different amount for the same meal, but it's the brand and where they're positioned in the market. So I think it's wonderful to see this in real time. We talk about it on Dream Do Done all the time. Where are the opportunities? You're sitting right now in the midst of 2020, either moving with volume and velocity, or you sitting on your hands in what's my spot? What they call it, the Sanka. One of my favorite places to go. But anyway,
listen, you we're gonna have your own dictionary, okay? Because you have a lot of sayings.
I'll turn it into my grandparents. Look. Jason, before I digress, Jason had a question. He said, wow, amazing. Does it have an impact on your system being in the building as you're fogging?
Right. Yeah, no. So no impact on the system. In fact, what I do is I actually go to, your air, your circulation system, all of that. And I also spray it on those areas as well. So any of the high touch surfaces, listen, at this point, we've got to rethink how we even go through regular everyday life. So last week I went to a business, and these gentlemen, they drive trucks, and then there's the break room. The break room was stuffy. Back in the day, we would have never thought of, oh my goodness, I'm in a stuffy break room. The break room was stuffy. There were trash cans that had the little door that says thank you. So I'm watching people, just use their hand and throw things in the trash. No, we can't do that anymore. So I actually had to go around. I tested a lot of areas. Their numbers were coming in off the charts, but does it affect systems? Absolutely not. In fact, not only did I, like I said, spray their HVAC system, I sprayed everything. Then I noticed, just in terms of other systems, how comfortable people were to continue to come around and congregate and, get something from the vending machine. Maybe they wanted to go into someone's office at that point. And I mean, it was almost like a sigh of relief of the air is clean. We have been sanitized. Of course, there were some people who were being funny. Hey, sanitize this guy's mouth.
There's always one.
There's always one, but you know what? They got the right one, because I had so much fun doing it. But, we did not have to clear the floor. It was like a warehouse, so there were, people on the floor. We did not have to clear the floor. And like I said, the fogging lingers. And I mean, I just think about, when I think about that word linger, I think about all the old people who would, just sit and let the spirit linger, So anyways, like I said, I'm not going to let the pulpit chick come out. But the fogging lingers, and that is the best part. So as the virus continues to linger, the fogger and the fogging lingers as well. And so again, for all of my people who understand, I'm holding back. I mean, I feel like I can preach this thing, but I'm holding back.
Don't quench the spirit. Don't quench. So Ladrine said this is a great idea to pass on to her nephew.
Absolutely, Ladrine. I will inbox you, and we're real transparent. I'll send you everything that I had to purchase.
I love it, and I'm thinking about it for my other son, because I have entrepreneurs up in here, and I'm like, they added businesses. And Stephen was like, unit 6 to 8, make it a profit. That's our Weibo curriculum, break-even analysis when you're looking at your profit margin.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. And then Jason was just saying, did it have an impact on your health over time?
No, sir.
Serena explained that there's no health impacts from the fogging. I'm sure studies will continue to be done, because there are a lot of people who specialize in health impacts, whether it be environmental, noise. Fogging will be added to the list of what's evaluated to date.
Of course, you have to realize too, the products that we use are EPA standard. Of course, they're safe for the environment. They're safe for pets. So there was a lot of research that had to go into that. Now there is a little cost there. I could get something that could strip the walls down and you'll be healthy for the next 10 years. However, it may also kill everybody in the house. So we clearly don't want that. I mean, y'all good now? No, we don't want that. So that's where the research and the cost came in, the cost factor came in. But nonetheless, the fact that that I'm fogging, of course you're not going to try to inhale it, but if you walk through it, you're fine. And as I said, it lingers. We got to do something with that linger, Stacie.
Look, because that you just went, woo, child, I done felt that anointing just right there. But it is a blessing, right? And with the pulpit chick coming out and Chief Faithpreneur, we touch a degree on this. We just missing the how-to coach who would be shouting right now. So we represent for you, Tamara, because she's watching us. But that linger, it can go both ways, right? Mm-hmm. So that's a sermon that you can preach. You want to linger under the anointing. You want to linger in the open heaven, right? So that can outweigh and outdo anything else that's trying to come up against you. So this is an opportunity now in business for you to create an opportunity for fogging to eradicate the bad and let the good linger for at least 2 weeks.
Come on with it.
I'm just saying. Jason said, send me the information too.
I certainly will.
Dream Do Done Masterclass. Like it's vertical. Don't worry.
I certainly will. And listen, and depending on the area that you're in, I mean, I'm in Ohio. Again, you can probably think of now, there are churches, there are nursing homes, there are funeral homes. I mean, there's a whole list of people, and you all are entrepreneurs like us. So as entrepreneurs, we were just trying to make sure we can keep the eggs in our basket, cut the bleeding, get customers back in. The last thing most entrepreneurs are thinking of is, what else do I need to do? So now we are the what else, and I'm coming in to tell you, hey, this is one thing you don't have that you may need. Also, I would recommend get a sticker as a seal of approval to let people know, hey, I've been here, a certificate. this facility has been fogged. Yeah, I'm giving all the secrets out on this one call.
Whoever caught this Dream Do Done, you will be blessed. But for those, even if you catch the replay, there will be masterclass, trust and believe.
Right. So yeah, so feel free to reach out, for the folks, I'll send you what I have. I'll tell you exactly what I purchased, all that good stuff, so that
hush.
Okay.
The Faithpreneur faculty, they got Jason, Dream, Steven, I'm saying there's a price for everything. But that's Serena's heart. She's going to share, she's going to give. But we will talk about that because you can also employ other people. Like this, my mind is racing with how we're going to talk after the show, man. Sure that this goes far and wide, but that's the exciting part of living what we speak on Dream Do Done. We share with you the things that we're doing, what we've developed, what we've been able to accrue over time. All of us have multiple verticals. Not one of the three of us just have one business. We don't. We have multiple verticals that are building out the legacy that we will leave because we want to use everything that God gave us. We want to die empty. Like when I leave, I don't want y'all crying. I want y'all celebrating because I did it all while I was here. I used every single talent, every nerve ending that Jesus gave me, honey. I'm gonna use it all up before He calls me home. So what's the hymn that said, "Don't be sad for me, don't cry."
Yeah, I'll be gone. Yeah. My phone is already buzzing. I'm inboxing you now.
But this is process to progress, right? Serena was in a conversation where she asked the right questions because sometimes we just taking up space. We're not actively listening to what's happening around us. She was actively listening in that conversation. The light bulb went off because entrepreneurs are always thinking about solutions, always thinking about solving problems, always thinking about how we can make an additional stream of income be residual in our world. And then she acted on it because you could have heard it and be like, oh, that's cute. That, they're going to start doing this blogging thing. You could have been on about your business, but you took action. You did the research. You purchased the equipment. You got the proper training. You figured out what you needed to do. You set up shop. You built the site. You got the partners. And now this business can take care of itself in just a few short months, weeks.
Because one day, praise God, one day. One day I did the inside of the truck cabins. Oh, that was the best cleaning, the best fall. I mean, listen, this was my stance. I was like this, like
somebody took pictures. Legit, it's like church. You have to catch every show. You might miss the message that was meant for you. You better tell it, Ladrine. Because this right here to bless somebody in the fourth quarter. Somebody whole year is shifting.
Oh, honey, listen, as my friend was talking, and I pray this is happening for you, you're thinking right now of all of the places that need fogging. You're thinking of all of the daycares that have toys that need to be fogged. You're thinking of all the cots that have not been properly wiped down that you're going to stand over and fog. Trust you me, I couldn't get out of lunch soon enough. I mean, that's how serious it was. I hit the ground running. I think we briefly talked about it, but it's just kind of like, okay, that's cute. Let us know how it goes. Oh, it's the need is real. There's a real need for it. And trust you me, you are equipped and designed to take care of that need right now. And again, this is not going away.
No, and timing
too, but it's not.
It's not. And timing is important, right? So timing is everything as well.
Yeah, so, my father always says, strike while I'll end with this, strike while the iron is hot. So the iron is still hot. You better go out there and get this.
Right there. Just drop that bomb right there. So we hope that you enjoyed our show. We're here 1-ish every Monday afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. For your lunchtime enjoyment, morning time, depending on when you're tuning in. But Dream Do Done is here because we understand that a lot of people just like to show the success, right? They don't want to show that there's a process to progress, right? It just doesn't happen overnight. You dream, you start doing, and then you get it done. So that's what we're able to celebrate on this accountability platform, where we can help you, give you information and resources, and then you can take it offline. and join us for our master classes. Purchase one of our Dream Do Done journals. Get one of our merchandise shirts. Aren't they cute? All those things are available to you every Monday, 1-ish. Share this broadcast because today, honey, somebody got a blessing. Today, the Lord answered a prayer for the fourth quarter.
Indeed. All right, I'll wait around. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to share it with you. I'll share as much as my big sister allows me to.
Yeah. But I did put the website in the chat for where you're viewing the show right now. So you have the information on how you can just see what the company does. Mm-hmm. And then Serena is going to offer with Dream Do Done, her partners, some master classes for everyone else who missed this broadcast on how to get started, how to set it up, because the timeliness of this in whatever state or part of the world you're in, because everybody in the world is dealing with this global pandemic. So we hope that you appreciate the blessing that you received. You can leave your offering at the Tony Center.
I love you, Stacie. You're the best.
Pray for me. It's Libra season. Okay.
I'm gonna let you be all the way turned up. I'm celebrating with you.
All the way, because I would turn up with you for November. Don't worry.
I know you are. I know. I have full faith. I'm not worried.
I go from Virgo, Libra season, and I go touching the Scorpio. So it's all good. It's all good. But everyone, be safe out there. Remember to wash your hands. Ladrine said, pass the plate. Wash your hands and make sure that you're mindful of what's going on around us. Please register to vote. Please complete the census. It has been extended to its original date. Please make sure everybody in every community fills out the census. If you can't see what's going on right now, then you need more than cataract surgery. So please go vote and fill out the census. All right, Serena, any words before we close the show today?
No, honey, you gotta let me know when you coming in with a joke like that.
I'm just saying. Y'all pray for me. God's not finished yet. See you next week after my birthday. All right, bye-bye. All right, bye-bye.